Hi students, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be explaining the part 2 of obtaining of the secrets in obtaining 100% in math JAMB. So if you have not watched the first part, please go back to my channel and see the first part of this. And it's so very important you watch the first part before the second part. Thank you very much. Now this next point is be mentally healthy or active. Now you need to be mentally healthy. Now, this your mental health is so very important before you go for any exam, especially JAMB, because there are some certain things. If you're not mentally healthy, there are some questions that you feel that, oh, this question I'm supposed to solve them, I'm supposed to know them naturally. But if you're not mentally healthy, you won't be able to think as much as you could. So it's very important that anything that will disturb your mental health, please do away from them before you start the exam or at the process of preparing for your exam. So you need to be very mental, you need to be mental healthy. And during the mental healthiness, it is your mental healthiness that will help you to avoid calculator all the time. Because you see some students, if they want to do just a simple multiplication or addition, they still go into They go into their calculators. They try to bring or fetch out the calculator from the computer and start multiplying or probably adding. Now, the process of doing that, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. The time that you have used in solving, do not write everything while solving. Now, these are the mistakes. This is one of the mistakes students usually make in JAMB. When you're writing exams in JAMB, or especially your mathematics, do not write everything. There are some things that you just need to use your head to get the answers. Now, like this, now let me just give an equation like this. Probably the JAMB will not give you a direct equation like this. Let's say you're giving your 3x plus 4x plus 4 equals 4x minus 9. Now you've gotten to this stage. Probably you are given a question and you've gotten to this stage of this equation. And you want to find your x, you want to make your x sort of formula. So if I were you, there are some things that you don't even need to write and get your answer. So you can even solve this mentally or just write a little. That's 3x minus 4x here will give us minus 9. This is coming here, changes to now be plus 5. Sorry, plus 4, sorry. So this here turns to now be minus x equals this here. So at this point here, I don't need to write my answer again. I already know my answer. I already know the fact that x is going to be 5. Reason being that at this point I've stopped here and I've gotten my answer. So you don't need to write everything. Don't write everything. Don't waste your time. At this point, I already know my answer. Now let me pick it up for you. So at this point here, your minus 9 plus 4 here is what is minus 5. So minus cancel minus, x equals 5. So all of this process, you don't need them again. You don't need that process again, because at the point of doing this, you've wasted some few seconds that would have been used in solving other questions. So please learn not to write everything. It is not everything. So you should be able to use your brain in solving some certain questions. Now the next one is do not copy questions. Some students are fond of copying questions again. What they do is they tend to copy questions. That is a question that JAMB had already given them on their PC. They are writing the question again. No, rather write out the required formula. Write out the required formula, then substitute accordingly. That's all. So I'm going to be using this question on the screen now. The question on the screen, I'm going to be using this question to explain this better. Don't forget, number one, don't write question. You don't need to write question. For no reason, you don't need to write question again. So all you need to do, just bring out the parameters that are needed, then bring out the formula. If you need a particular formula to solve a question, write out the formula. Fine, it's good you write out the formula. Then substitute the parameters into the formula. Then you get your answer. Solve accordingly. Now let's see this now. Now according to this question, it says a trader bought 100 oranges at 5 for what? For 120 for 120 kobo. 20 oranges got spoiled, and the remaining were sold at 4. The remaining are sold at 4 for 150 kobo. Find the percentage gain or loss. Now this question is actually talking about either gain or loss. Please, another point you should take note is when you're given a question, you need to read the question. Most of the time, questions in JAMB are usually in word problem, especially maths question. Most of the time, they are usually in word problem. So please read the question fully, digest the question, and when you are digesting, you need to be very fast in digesting. So digest the question, then bring out the parameters. Bring out the parameters, then interpret, then get your answer. That's all. Now look, according to this question, now a trader bought 100 oranges at 5. That is for every 5. I get for every 5, the seller the trader bought it for what? One naira 20 kobo. So yeah, I'm going to be giving it simply means my 100 oranges is going to be divided by 5. My CP. That is, my CP is cost price. I don't need to be writing your cost price equals. So here it's going to be 20. So here I want to get my cost price. That's 20 times what? We are told that each of them was sold for what? 120 kobo. So you don't need to start pressing or finding mouse to press or finding ways of price. So this here is simpler by saying your 2 times what? 2 times 10 times what times 1.2. So if you multiply this here now by 10, this comes here. This turns to that will be 2 times what? 10 times this here turns to that is 12. This here is going to be 24. Again, your 10 year, 10 is multiplying by what? Is multiplied by 1.2. So it means this decimal point is moving here. So this is going to be 12.0, which is also the same thing as 12. So 2 times 12 here is going to be 24. It means the cost price here is going to be 24. Now let's calculate the selling price. And the remaining were sold. Now don't forget, 20 oranges got spoiled. So since 20 oranges got spoiled, so I'll be having my remaining orange. So I'm just using half. So my remaining orange is going to be 80. And for this 80, now 5 of this, okay, 4. That is, this 80 is now grouped into 4. I'll be divided by 4. 80 is now grouped into 4. And it is sold at the rate of, for this year is going to be 20. That is, my selling price here is going to be, that will be 20. Now each of them is sold at the rate of what? Each at the rate of 1 naira 50 kobo. So I'm going to be using the same process here also. So my 2 times 10 here, which is also 20, times what? Times 1.5 naira. So 10 times this here brings the point here. It's going to be bringing the point here. This is the same thing as saying your 2 times what? 10 times this here is going to be 15. Here is going to be what? That's going to be 13 naira. That's all. So these are ways in which even you should try to avoid calculators. And please, if you're using calculator, be intentional about your calculator. Make sure that you are using calculator for a good reason. Probably you are solving a big values and all that. So that's why I told you you must be mentally healthy before you go for that exam. So all of this now, we've gotten our selling price and we've gotten our cost price. Now we already know that according to the basis of mathematics, we understand the fact that when the selling price is greater than the cost price, so it simply means the trader had made what? Profit. So it means here definitely there must be profit. So I need to calculate my percentage profit. I'm just using my percentage P equals to that the profit made over what? Over cost price times what? Times 100. That's the formula. So my percentage profit here is going to be what? Now my profit here is going to be what? That will be 30 minus 24. So I don't need to start writing that. I don't need to start writing 30 minus, you're wasting time. So 30 minus 24, you already know is 6. Now 6 divided by what? Now our cost price, what's our cost price? Our cost price is going to be 24, then times 100. That's all. So from here, I can then divide here. This year is going to be, that's going to be 12. This year is going to be 50. 6 year 1, this year is going to be 2. So 2 year 1, 2 year 25. So this year is going to be 25%. That's all. So it means it's going to be percentage gain. It's going to be percentage gain and what? 25%. So these are the points that you need. So it's very important you take note of all of these points. Learn to practice and make use of all of these points. Now, if you can use all of these points from my first video, that is a part 1 of these secrets, to this part 2, trust me, you're going to be laughing, you're going to be giving me testimonies. In fact, I need your testimony. Please send me a mail. You can send me a mail on Matt. I'm going to be sending the video. The mail is going to be sent on this displayed on this video. Please, I need your math result. If you can actually follow all the steps I've given you, trust me, you'll be having 100% in mathematics. I need your testimony. Thank you very much. I wish you the best. Remain blessed. So please keep notified on my video.